I've been on my journey with the trees for about 25 years now, learning about the different pests, knowing where diseases come from, and through that experience, I've gained lots of insight into understanding what you as an orchard steward need to do to grow healthy fruit. This is a whole new approach to growing fruit. It's all about the health of the soil, the health of the insect diversity in the ecosystem where your trees and berry plants grow, the health of the trees themselves and the microbes that cover the surface of those leaves and the fruits. You can do exactly what I've been doing, match it to the conditions at your location, and in the end, harvest bushels and bushels of beautiful apples, peaches, berries, you name it. The humates, same way, just a basic sprinkling. Now I'll take the fork and I'm going to stir that into the hole a little bit just to get everything mixed in down deeper. And now for the tree. The borer itself, when it's ready to pupate, bores up through the hardwood of the tree. It pupates right beneath the bark surface so that the second summer, after it's spent the 2 full years inside eating the cambium, it emerges as a beetle again in the month of June. It may be early June, maybe late June, maybe as late as mid-July. It goes as a beetle to find a new tree to lay more eggs and continue that cycle. It's late morning here and there's not a lot of pollinator action going on, but you have to have a little bit of faith with the pear. As the day goes on, sugar levels will build in the flower, nectary, and by the late afternoon, 2 things are going to happen. Those higher sugar levels are going to attract the attention of the bumblebees, and the second is these guys, which are all over the orchard floor, the dandelion. Well, there's a lot of bees attracted to these right now. Some people will tell you, mow down those dandelions, don't allow competing bloom. I take another perspective, and that is the bee knows what it needs, and if the bee wants to gather pollen from the dandelion for its brood, that's fine by me. But by mid-afternoon, definitely by late afternoon, the dandelion starts to shut down, just as the sugar levels in the pear come up, and that's when the pollinators shift their attention. Fall colors have come to the land, and that marks the heart of apple season. There's all sorts of varieties to pick out here today. I'm going to start here with the St. Edmund russet. St. Edmunds can readily bruise, so this is a good apple to introduce you to how to pick an apple. And basically it's all about rolling it off into your hand. It's not about pulling it, it's not about ripping off the stem or ripping off the spur connection to the tree, which is going to be next year's fruit, but literally rolling it off in the palm of your hand. So every apple, particularly when they're ripe, has that little magic place where it just comes right off the tree. Some good fruiting structure coming out here. The fruit buds are a little bit more plump, a little fatter bud. I know I have some good fruit on that branch. I have some good fruit buds coming here. And yes, these are crossing, but let's not think about that so much right now. I have this branch closer to the trunk coming off that branch, somewhat violating the space of this branch. And right above it, I also have a nice branch with some good fruit buds coming and radiating out in this direction. I really need a little bit more space between this fruiting level and this fruiting level. I want to make sure I get sunlight into the interior of the tree. That's what's going to keep fruit happening there year after year. So one obvious cut in my mind is taking out that branch, just so I can create that light space that I want for the other branches. Some of these rootstocks have varying degrees of disease resistance. They have different sizes. You can have a 25% size tree from a bud 9 rootstock up to a full-size tree from a seedling rootstock. So I've made this angle slice, and in doing so, I've exposed that inner layer of inner bark, which is going to callus and heal to the cells of the cyanwood splice. So let's make a cyanwood splice. I'm shooting for something on the order of 1.5 inches long. That's looking pretty good for lineup.